everybody, welcome back to the Stitching Colourist with Shelley Lewis. Yes, you are seeing moi today. um, Today's video is actually going to be a floss tube. Yay! I haven't done a floss tube for ages. Well, it feels like I haven't done one for a bit. So welcome to floss tube number 30, the big 30. And as you can tell by the title, where have I been? Yes, I did a floss tube, I think it was November or December, and I was planning to do another one just after Christmas. Well, that kind of didn't plan out. I've been doing plenty of the colouring tube ones, but I didn't do a floss tube one because I've been working on one thing solely for the last few months, so I feel like I didn't have quite enough to be able to show you guys, and I know a few other things you have seen before, so I thought I'm going to save it until I've got something really good to show you. And guess what? I have got something to show you. I've got a bit of haul. Oops. And I've got a finish as well. Yes, I've got a lovely finish, which I'm absolutely amazed at. I've recently been on a retreat as well. This weekend I went to a stitching retreat in Crewe. It was the second retreat I've ever been to. Oh God, it was brilliant. I absolutely loved it. Everybody was so welcoming there. I really enjoyed it. There's people there that I met at my first retreat I went to, but I hadn't really got to speak too much at the first one, so I got to properly talk to them in this one. And there's new people that I met, and everybody was absolutely wonderful. The hotel was it was brilliant, and I couldn't fault them for anything. They were really friendly, and basically they looked after us really well. So whips. As I said, because I've been working on one thing solely, I haven't got a lot of whips. I've got a couple of whips, so I can show you. Got my coffee, because I really did need my coffee, and I've got it in my Harry Potter mug with my Harry Potter jumper. So the first thing, before I show you a couple of the whips, we have got to have a look at what the finish is that I've done. Yay! By the way, this finish, I wanted to get it done before the stitching retreat. But I didn't quite get there because things got busy, but I managed to finish it actually at the retreat at about 12 o'clock on Saturday night. Yeah, Friday night I went to bed about, I think it was about 12, roughly about 12, quarter to 12, so it was a bit of a late night, but not too much. But I had trouble sleeping. I couldn't sleep very well at all. Saturday night I didn't go to bed till about 1:15 in the morning. We was all still sitting there at our table in the stitching room, just stitching and chatting, and I really wanted to get this thing finished. And then when I got it done, I thought, oh God, I don't want to go to bed because I don't want to miss anything. I was frightened of missing anything, so I stayed up till about 1:15, and I thought, well, my next retreat's not until June, and you only do it, I would say once, but 3 times this year, but I just wanted to get the most of it, so I stayed up late. So would you like to see my finish? Would you like to see it? Shall I not show you? Shall I leave it until my next retreat? Retreat, I mean floss tube. Yeah. Yes, I got this finished. This is my Elvis, my wonderful Elvis, that, as I mentioned in my previous videos, to sort out the threads, so to speak, it was a ball ache, because when I took the kit out of my, yeah, I know I'm not a man, ball ache, sorry, I have to make these silly things. When I took it out the box upstairs where I keep my kits, I found that the thread that actually came with the kit itself, none of it was numbered, and there seemed to be 2 more shades than I should have had. So to carry on stitching it, I had to kind of sort it all out, try and match up the shades the best I could. I had to go to my local craft shop and try and match up what shades I was actually using, because I needed more threads and I didn't know what numbers I was having to use. So I took the threads that I did have into the shop, and the lovely lady there, if you are in Morecambe, go and visit the little shop of hobbies. She helped me in there to match up the threads, and I managed to do it. This is my pride and joy. Definitely my pride and joy, because I stitched that in a loving memory of my dad, who was a big fan of Elvis. He loved Elvis. Well, my mum and dad did, really. And he used to look like Elvis as well. How fantastic is that? That was done on 14 count Ada, and it was a cream coloured Ada, and I absolutely adore it. Yeah, I haven't actually framed my stitch pieces myself. I think I've framed a couple, but not too many. But this one, because this is so special, I might see about this getting framed in our local framers shop, but I've got to go and ask first, because I'm not sure if they do actually frame these. So I'm going to have a look, see if they can do it, but if they can't, then I may frame it myself. So one last look before I put him away to get ironed. He's lovely, isn't he? Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Right, whips. Oh, bottom. I have got an adopter whip, but I've left it upstairs. My husband is kindly getting up to go and get that, I think. Yeah, it's in, you know, my craft box by the side of the bed. It's in the top drawer, and it's the wolves. My husband's just going to get that. So I think, because we're going into whips at the minute, I'm not going to show you my Pinocchio. Saying that, go on, I'll show you, because obviously there's no subscribers there I've got, and they may not have seen it before, but if you have, I do apologise, but if you haven't, I'll just give you a quick recap of it. I haven't done anything on that, by the way. I feel really bad because I have not worked on it. So look where I've put it. Right, this. Now, I was I working on this on the last retreat? I might have been. I did take this with me to the retreat, because I had full intention of stitching at least some on it, which I didn't do because I was too focused on working on my Elvis. But for those of you who haven't seen or just want a quick recap, here's the Pinocchio that I'm doing at the minute. Yeah, that's brilliant. But I haven't stitched any more on that, but I would like to actually do a bit more. That is done on 14 count, and it's using DMC threads. So unfortunately I didn't stitch anything on that. But saying that, at least I got my Elvis done, and that's what my main focus, what I wanted to do. So I'll just pop that there. I have got a little another whip as well. Ah. Yeah. Thank you, Randy. Now you can go and pick that up, please. So the next whip I have, I did tend to actually stitch some of this at the retreat as well, but I didn't. It's Mickey Mouse, and it's a stained glass one, that there. And I didn't do much on this at the minute. I don't know if I actually showed you in my previous video. I was going to stitch this on 16 or 18 count Ada, so it wouldn't look so pixelated. But the problem was, when I actually got a bit of fluff on there, when I actually did go to stitch on the 16, I think it was 18 count, it came up way too small for me, and I was not keen on it. So I restarted it on a 14 count, and I'm glad that I did, because I haven't done much of it. As you can see, I've only just started doing the border there. Can you see my needle minder? That is all I did on that, because I had full intention of working on that at the stitching retreat, but I didn't. Yes, I took loads, but at least one thing, I had plenty to choose from if I did want to stitch it. I didn't work on that because, like I said, I was way focused on working on my Elvis, and I'm so proud of that. And the other whip that I've got, if you just bear with me while I just pop that back in my bag, is this one. Now, I only did about a few stitches on this. I got this out when I finished Elvis on the night. I didn't do too much of it though because I was getting tired, and I thought, yeah, if I do want to go to sleep anytime soon, then I best go to bed. So this is the abstract design. The only bit that I actually stitched was this bit here, and that bit is a gold metallic thread. Now, I wasn't sure if the gold, stitching it in the gold metallic was supposed to be done with 2 strands or 1 strand, but the lovely Aileen at the retreat advised me to use the 1 strand, and I'm glad that she did, because I couldn't even thread the 2 strands. It was a nightmare. So that is as far as I got on that bit before it ended up being put away. So that is the abstract design that I've got. Now that one is done by, if I can just get the front cover, bear with me, bear with. Just get the front cover, and that is what it's supposed to look like when it's actually done. Now, I really do love that, and I had a bit of an idea in mind. I don't know if they'd like it though, because of what they've done for us at the retreat, and I've loved both times that I've gone there, and the manager is ever such a lovely man he was. I was looking at this and I thought that would really do nice in the hotel, so I was kind of oohing and ahhing whether to stitch it for the hotel, because I thought I'd love to stitch it for them as a kind of a gift to say thank you. But I know a lot of people that do like stitching gifts, but I'm not sure if they'd appreciate it, if they'd like it, so I'm not too sure yet. So I am going to carry on stitching it though, and eventually get that done when I finish my others. The other whip, it's not much of a whip, it's a new start, So before I go into the new start though, I will show you something that I've recently received. Now, I think it was before Christmas, I was watching the Inner Stitcher on Flosstube, go and check her out. And she was doing an adopter whip, and it was of these wolves. I absolutely fell in love with the design because my mum, she used to love wolves, and I always remember she had a wolf tattoo on her hand. Now, so having a wolf tattoo on my hand, I like tattoos, I've got a few, but not too sure if I'm brave enough to have a tattoo on my hand. So I saw that, and I think she'd stitched about a quarter of it. I will show you. But I said that I loved it, that I really did like it, and I'd be honoured to adopt it. And to be all in fair, because it was before Christmas, I completely forgot that I'd said about it. Just have a sip of my tea. Coffee even. I had forgotten about it, and just before the retreat I received a message to say about that I'd won the adopter whip. So thank you so much to the Inner Stitcher, I really do appreciate it, and it is very kind of you, because you put a few little bits and bobs extras in there, which I thought was really sweet of her. So, oh that's my needle minder and my needles. This is how far she'd gotten in the design. I'd say about just under a quarter, so I've got 3/4 left to do, and I'm looking forward to actually working on that. I really am. I really did like that. Now that kit is a DMC, and it's called Wolves in the Snow, and obviously it's done by with DMC threads. So that is the adopter whip. And I also received a lovely scissor fob as well. She sent the needle minder, the little owl, and I received a scissor fob, but I'm not sure if I've got that in my bag there. This is how unorganised you get when You've been away. So that is that. Now we're going to go on to, I have got a new start, so we're going to start with that first. Now this I bought at the retreat. I was enabled by the woolly hatted stitcher. I've said it right this time. The woolly hatted stitcher, Charlotte. She does a Flosstube channel as well, so please go and check her out. She's lovely, such a lovely girl and a lovely channel, and I was really honoured to be able to actually get to talk to her and meet her properly as well at the retreat. So we had a good talk, and I know she's doing a death by cross stitch at the minute. Well, when we was at the retreat, we had a couple of stalls on the Saturday, and I usually don't really get kits because of when I get charts, then you're having to get them kitted up and everything. But this one chart, I got it because it only needs material, and obviously what you could use one shade of thread, which I am doing. Now, have a look what I've got. Yeah, I got Death by Cross Stitch. I must be crazy, absolutely crazy. It's got at the top 20 glorious years. And I keep saying, I said, yeah, the reason why they probably call it 20 glorious years, it's probably because it takes you 20 glorious years to stitch it. But I thought I'd do it because you only need one shade of thread. I was originally going to do variated thread for it, but when I was at the retreat, I saw some material. Now, I've only ever stitched on Ada. Now, this was pushing my boundaries, but if you want to have a quick look at that, is wonderful. I saw this material it was actually Charlotte that was selling it. I didn't know what to do at first because I saw the material, because I've only stitched on Ada. I didn't know whether I was actually going to be able to stitch on this one because I've never used it before. So I think, because we did talk with a woman about this material, and I think it's 20 count something linen. I thought it was even weave, but I think it's actual linen. So this is my new start. 2 lines. It's fair going. That is the first time I've ever stitched on it, so please bear with me. Now for this I probably could have used 1/1. At first I was doing 2/2, but I found that with 2/2 the design was not going to fit on the fabric, but luckily I'd only stitched a line, and so I unpicked it. So I decided to try the 2/1. Like I said, I probably could have gone with 1/1, but they are very small stitches. Very small stitches. I probably could have gone 1/1, but I think I'm going to manage it with 2/2. But I think with this design, it's because of the stitches being that small and the holes being small, this is definitely going to be a daytime stitch. Because I must admit, I was struggling a little bit last night to be able to see the small holes in it. But what I love about this fabric as well is with Ada you have like that thickness, and it's quite stiff, isn't it? Well, with this one it's really nice and soft and lovely to use. To do the lines at the top, all I'm going to do at the minute is stitch it freehand without a frame, but as I gradually work my way down and towards the middle I shall start using a frame to do it, but at the minute we're going with a just freehand just to get there. So I'll show you my scissor fob. I brought this at the retreat. It was £2.50, and enough person I got to meet as well was the lovely Gemma from Dreaming in Ada, so please go and check her out as well. And she bought with her, she'd made some scissor fobs, and I got one. I got the green one there, so I brought that from the retreat from the lovely Gemma, and she's ever such a lovely lady to talk to. So that is what I've got. Right, Now let's go on to the bit of haul. Husband's not watching, you see. Yeah, he's sat over there. So, he's looking at me as if to say, okay, what exactly did you get? A fair dude, I did have Christmas money and I saved it. So the first thing that I got from the retreat was this lovely stitching bag. This was, I think it was done by Joanna Bird. I hope it's the right person. So I'd bought that and I got the little pocket with it as well, because I know a lot of people do rave about these stitching bags where it's got the see-through front where you can see what project you've got in it. So at the moment that's where my Death by Cross Stitch sits. Now the next one that I saw, I actually got that one, the bees one, I pre-ordered. Now this one, I was on the way to the retreat and I was checking my Facebook and she'd made some extra project bags and she'd made this one and she asked if anyone wanted to pre-order it for when they got to retreat. Now I love Disney, so I said, oh definitely yes, I'd love that. So this is the other project bag that I got. Sorry ladies if you wanted this. Yeah, I got to the retreat and another sorry, and another lady said, oh, I would have had that one. I think it was Gemma as well. She said about the project bag. She says, oh, that was nice, I would have liked that. I said, yeah, I brought it. Sorry. So yeah, that was another thing bag I got at the retreat. At least then, because I was using you know those little bags that you put inside your handbags for your shopping. I was using that for some of my projects. And I thought I really do need some proper project bags really. So the next bit of haul that I've got, well, a couple of things. It's not too much to be fair. Now these things that I got here, I got these before the retreat. Because I love doing my Buffy Threads Fairy Tales range. I got this one, which is Alice in Wonderland. They do quite a few in there, and I know that Lisa S Stitches is stitching this one as well if she's not already finished it. It's another channel as well on Flosstube, so please feel free to go and check her out. So I bought that one from eBay to go to my collection. This one, I can't remember if I got this from eBay or Facebook, one or the other. This is a Sleeping Beauty one, so I bought that one. All these as well, they are done on 14 count Aida, using the very bare minimal of threads. It does include, some of them do, or most of them do include a little bit of metallic thread, but not too much. And I got this one as well, Wizard of Oz. Now I got this from Trentham Gardens in Stoke-on-Trent when I went to go and visit my friend at the end of January. We went to go to Trentham Gardens and they still had most of the Christmassy things up because it was just the beginning of January, and they had a craft shop there, a cross-stitch shop. They did have two of the Buffy Threads designs that I did not have. They had the Beauty and the Beast, but because it was that little bit more expensive in that shop, I only did get the one kit because I think I paid $32.70 for this, where I could have got it, I think about 22 on eBay, but I really did want that one, so I only did get that one. So I bought that one in my Fairy Tales range. Now the things that I got from the retreat besides the Death by Cross Stitch is I got, when I'm working on my different designs, I've got this 11 by 11 Q snap frame, R&R frame, but because when I want to decide what I'm working on, I'm always having to change over on the frame that I'm using, because I have got other frames, but none of my designs fit on it because it's those wooden ones. But the Q snap frames are absolutely brilliant, and I've only got the one. So, like I said, I'm always having to swap and change it when I'm wanting to work on different things. So, I thought to save me having to do that, I bought another Q snap. The other one that I've got is actually an R&R frame. This one's a Q snap. I bought the 11 by 11 again, because I quite like the 11 by 11. I wouldn't get any bigger because I don't have, well, I do have a frame to hook things on, but I don't think they hook these on. And they do get quite heavy in the hand when you're holding it in your hand. So I just got the 11 by 11. So I've got that. The other thing that I've got was I've got a couple of needle minders as well. The little needle minders will come in those little packs, and we had some Love Heart Sweeties in them, which is absolutely lovely. And these, I really can't remember her name. It is Denkai Designs. I'm not going to read the email out or anything because I don't know whether, I don't know if she'd appreciate it on Flosstube, so I'm a bit unsure about that. So if you wanted to go and check it out, then I suppose you could Google it, Denkai Designs, and see if she comes up on there. So the needle minders that I bought was this one. Sorry about popping my head down, it's because they're both stuck together at the minute. Oh gosh, my backing's stuck to the other one. So I bought this one, which was a witchy one. Now I love that one because I thought that one will be brilliant for when I want to use it on Halloween. She was doing matching little mini tins with it as well, but I thought with the tins I'm not going to really stick that to my cross stitch, and I didn't really need it, so I just got the needle minder. And I got, now I saw some lovely needle minders, diamante ones, and they had some Star Wars ones. The Star Wars one she had was a Stormtrooper, and I think it was BB-8. I was a bit unsure what to get because I wanted all of them. But then I saw this ain't Star Wars. Because I was wearing Mary Poppins top, I brought the Mary Poppins needle minder as well. So I thought I've definitely got to get that. So that's the needle minder that I decided to go with. And as well as the little sweeties that we got a free little needle minder with it, an L1. So that was sweet of her. So I came back with 3 needle minders to go to my collection. And just pop those back in there. And I have to put all this away. Now the next thing that I got at the retreat, I got a couple of charts. As I said before, I don't make a habit of getting charts, but I thought I very rarely get a chance to get charts because I had, the nearest hobbycraft to me is about 40 miles away. I don't drive, and we haven't really got a craft. I don't know where there's a craft shop where they sell charts. Well, the ones that I was after anyway. So I was having a look and I saw this by Ink Circles. Now I did see the smaller designs. This is 4 Seasons mandalas, and she was selling the mandalas separate as well because I didn't initially pick one out that I was going to get, but then when I went towards the back I saw this one where it's got the 4 mandalas together. Now I love mandalas, as you know I'm a stitching colouring channel because I love my colouring as well, and I love colouring mandalas as well, and I thought this is just up my street. It's a bit like a stained glass, to be honest, it does. So I bought that. I thought that I'm going to work on. And I also saw this one as well by Ink Circles. To be honest, I'm becoming an Ink Circle fan. This one is called The Birds and the Bees. There. I'm not entirely sure why I'm going to stitch it, who I'm going to stitch it for. But I thought I might actually stitch it for the house for downstairs. Or it might come in handy for the future for something, but I did quite like the design, so I did decide to get that one as well. And on the table at the retreats, they have a freebie part where there's kits that people take in all charts that they don't need anymore, well, that they'd like to donate for free. And there's also a table where people sell kits. Well, I saw a couple of things on the freebie part, because I took a bag of things that I didn't need anymore that I was gladly to give away for free, so I did put some down as well. But I saw these and I thought these were so cute for my daughter's room. The only thing I didn't notice was the letter in the corner. I didn't notice that until I actually got back to my table. But if I need be, I can either change the letter to suit my daughter's name, or I can leave the letter out, or stitch it with someone with the name of F. So I saw that one, and as well I had these from the lovely Dreaming in Ada. So I got that. I mainly picked them for my daughter's room because I thought they were so cute. And I got that one as well. I got for the Hello Kitty design. And I saw this. I thought that was cute. Well, that will look really nice in my daughter's room. My son's room, he's been doing his own craft stuff. He's been doing scratch arts and colouring and everything, and we've been sticking them on his wall. So his wall is quite full, but I need a few nice cute little things to put on my daughter's wall. So I picked those up and I thought I can do those for my daughter's room. Now the last two things I've got in the haul. As I was saying before, I'm collecting the fairy tales range at the minute. Well, after that I wanted to collect the 4 houses in the New England Homes design, but I didn't want to get them until I'd got the fairy tales range. Well, when I went to the retreat, well, these New England Homes, they are about £20, £23 on eBay or Amazon. But when I went to the retreat, I noticed they had 2 homes there and they were £12 each, so I had to get them. I just had to, because these are the next ones that I really did want to collect. So I've got this one, which is fall. Now this is like October one. For some reason the top of that reminds me of the Amateur house a little bit. Well, it did so much before, but not so much now, which I'm quite glad of. But yeah, I've got that one, which I'm looking forward to doing. And I got this one, which is spring. So all I need now is summer and winter, and I've got them. Absolutely fantastic. So those are the 2 other things that I got. Now to buy bottle threads as well. So I think that is it. I think we're actually finished now, because I've got nothing else to show you, and I've showed you everything I'm working on. So that is it. I think I will do a lovely. I'll do a couple of shout outs to people that I met at the retreat that I think, well, someone I know that do Flosstube. Dreaming in Ada. So please go and check her out. There's also Charlotte, the Woolly Hatted Stitcher. I said that right this time. Well, I got to meet lovely ladies that don't do Flosstube as well, such as Jennifer as well, and the lovely Deborah King. Got to see her again as well, which was fantastic. And Orietta Stitches was there as well. Orietta Stitches has her own Flosstube channel, and I think there probably is a couple of other people that have the Flosstube channel there as well. So that is where I'm going to leave it for today. I'm going to tidy all this mess up here because I've just got it scattered all across the settee at the minute, because I've had it in my stitching bag as well. Funnily enough, when I went to the retreat, my craft bag was bigger than my clothes bag. I had a little like weekender bag for my clothes, and I had a big craft bag for my stuff. So anyway, so that is where I'm going to leave it for today. Thank you so much for joining in on the video. I really do appreciate it as well. And soon I will be doing a colouring video for those who are the fellow colourists that do love them. I'm currently waiting for some Ohuhu markers that I'll be showing on my video, next colouring video. So I just want to say thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. Thank you to all my subscribers. I appreciate that as well. So here's a big hug, group hug. Thank you. If you've enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. I really do appreciate that as well. It helps to get the channel seen, which I never knew until I found out, but it does help. And I shall see you again soon, and hopefully I'll have some more whips to show you, especially with the Death by Cross Stitch, although hopefully I've got some more done on that. So I'll see you again soon. Thank you for watching.